All right. I think yeah, looks like we're good. As my boy Porter Rock would say, we live, we crispy. What is good, everybody? It is the Godfather of VR, the ageless one of the man Lincoln Clay. Let me switch channels here so the TV doesn't shut off on me. Um, so yeah, it's a pretty late stream tonight. I did not sleep very good last night, and I woke up with both my back and my neck hurting. Um, my neck, my back. Uh, so yeah, it was hurting to look either way, and so I came home and took a nap. And originally I planned to take the night off in terms of streaming.
Andy_B said, "Bro, you might wanna try out Spa also, it's so much fun."
You know what?
Andy_B said, "Dynamic weather changes."
Let's see what you said here. Might want to try out Spa. Yeah, I love Spa. Honestly, you know, the big thing with is not the track. I just I just prefer GT3 cars, the Group 3 cars. I'm not really a fan of the Group 4 cars. I just prefer Group 3s. I just feel like they're superior machines. I know GTEs and um, Group 2 and LMP cars and stuff like that is far more superior. But I absolutely love the Group 3 cars. And I understand that they put the dynamic weather in. I very well could come around and give that a try, but I want to do a dry run off of YouTube first because I don't want to jump on there and not have a good session. So let's get registered. The RVs. Well, let me use the racing mediums. Hmm. So I'm sitting here looking at this. Let me get a closer look at this. Okay, it's racing mediums. We can go with that. And I think we can hop on here and do a lap or so. Says the entry period over. Oh, I'm late to the party. But for curiosity's sake, let's see who did what. Ooh, TDS Supreme 123. I think my fastest lap on this track might be a 125 or a 124. I think ACC, my fastest lap could be a 125 also. Not sure. So, um, coming back to the start of the stream, that I woke up this morning with both my neck and my back hurting. So originally I did not plan to stream today. I was just going to take the day off, but I took a nap, slept a lot longer than I planned, but I woke up and I feel better, so I decided to go ahead and do a stream because I won't be back till Wednesday because tomorrow I'm back over on Twitch streaming LFM. And I hit a small milestone over on Twitch. I only have 90 followers on Twitch because even though I've had my Twitch channel for about 3 or 4 years, I really haven't put an effort into it. And I really didn't start putting an effort into my Twitch channel um, until I decided that I think streaming the LFM races would be better over on Twitch because I think the LFM website better utilizes Twitch in terms of exposing your content to new people because the YouTube part of it is kind of broken. Um, and from what I'm seeing, it's a lot more people I think streaming LFM races over on Twitch versus YouTube. So I just think that doing the LFM races over on Twitch is a better fit for me. So I'll be back over there tomorrow about 4 p.m. Eastern time, and we're at Misano this week for LFM, and I do really good on that track. So I think this is an opportunity for me to get the Iron Plus. Um, so yeah, if I didn't stream today, I won't be back on GT7 until Wednesday. So hey, apologies for the late night stream, but hey, I made it. So let's get in there and do a few practice laps. We'll do a few practice laps to qualify and then go from there. Oh God. sure you're holding your controller. Yes. All right. Let's see what we got. Now, I don't like where my wheel is sitting at either. Oops. Not on the softs. 125 flat. I was only a hair away from coming to 150 to 124. So I think we can probably register by now. So yeah, that TDS Supreme, his 123.8. Honestly, dope. I know I wouldn't beat it tonight. It would require a lot of practice. All right, we haven't got that long to wait. All right, I am going to take a moment to grab a drink. I will be right back, folks. One thing that I wish is that more people would speak up and be vocal about the penalty system in this game, because it's absolute garbage. Because there's no motivation in this game to drive safely whatsoever, and people come into this game with the intentions of knocking you off the track. And
Andy_B said, "It's like we can hear a fan blowing on the mic, bro."
yeah, I know it's really hot in here. I'm just trying to wait for the AC to kick in. So I just shut the fan off, so hopefully it should be better.
Andy_B said, "I feel your pain. I had to invest in an air conditioner due to VR gaming. I know that feeling."
Yeah, I mean, it gets hot under the headset. And then
Andy_B said, "Especially when it's hot and humid."
yeah, and then the wheelbase that I'm using is 20 Newton meters. So when I turn it up, the force feedback is pretty strong, so it's actually a little bit of a workout trying to handle the car. I hate that corner. Oh my lord! Almost paid for that dearly. Oh shit. Oh well. I'll take it. I did turn into 124.6, which I don't think is bad. They didn't make you wait for this countdown. Oh, excuse me. So I'll do two. I think I'll do two more races. right, let's head on over. Register for the next race. All right, let's get on in there. Damn it. Damn it, they hit me with a penalty. I hope they let me finish this lap before I have to serve the penalty. No, I'm gonna have to serve the penalty right here. No, they didn't make me serve the penalty. And that 124 stood. You know what? I'm not serving that penalty. I'm quitting. I'm quitting. I'm not serving that penalty. Damn it. .4. I think I'll just go ahead and roll with that. Ticket! Minute left. Yes, sir. Come back real quick. I'll say one thing about this PSVR 2 headset is that, oh god, that's one thing I'm not a fan of. Is something always triggering that pass through, and you see my wires everywhere, and then over on the couch here, got laundry that I did but haven't folded yet. What I was going to say about this headset is that when you find a sweet spot, it does look decent when you find the sweet spot, but when you're out of focus, it don't look good. It just looks like a blurry mess when you're out of focus, but it's got that really small sweet spot. But when you do find it, it does look good. So I qualified 7th for this race. Oh my god, somebody did a 122.4. Holy shit. think I might be the only one in a Honda in this race. Gave him a little bit of space. I didn't want to rear end him because I still treat this like I'm on ACC because I just don't believe in racing dirty. Oh, he got hit with a 4-second penalty. Ouch. Respect my gangster. Took third. Not bad. Not bad. Keep going this route, I might be an A-class driver in a couple of weeks. Yes, sir. Respect my gangster. I really don't see any point in saving that replay because I was all by my lonesome. I mean, the second place car, he didn't even start coming into view until like the last 2 laps. But let's get registered for the next race. Entry deadline. So I'm just gonna leave that that 124.4. I'm just gonna leave that there. I'm not even gonna bother trying to qualify. I'm just gonna grab a drink and we'll chill out in the meantime. All right. Let's go and grab a drink, of ice cold Dr. Pepper. So yeah, I think I got 1 or 2 races left in me, and then I want to hop on over to ACC and get some practice in for tomorrow's daily race because I'm hoping to break back into Iron Plus tomorrow. So, to my friends over in
Jave08 said, hello.
Hey, how you doing? So I'm in the kitchen right now. That's why you hear me, but you don't see me. I'm wearing a wireless headset. Grabbing a nice cold drink. Got about 7 or 8 minutes before the race starts. Get up, walk around the room, stretch my feet, get a cold drink. Oh, excuse me. What time is it? Let's see real quick. So it is almost 11 o'clock. So this may be my last race. So I can hop on over to a set of Corsa Competizione and get some practice for tomorrow's LFM daily race over there. Because like I said, I'm looking to break into Iron Plus. I did hit Iron Plus about a month and a half ago, and I had some bad luck. Had a couple of crashes, a couple of DNFs, a couple of bad finishes, and it just kept knocking my ELO down. And so now Misano is a great track for the Porsche that I like to drive. So this is a great opportunity for me to take advantage and get my ELO back up and break back into the Iron Plus class. So I don't know if I'll stream that or not because this late, especially over in the UK and Germany. It's they're 5 hours ahead of Eastern time, so it's probably about 4 in the morning over there. 4 or 5 in the morning over in the UK and over in Germany. So I doubt anybody's awake doing LFM races at that hour, because the LFM servers, the majority of the people that participate in the LFM races are over in over in Germany and the UK and Europe. So 5 minutes. I also like to remind everybody, real quick, that on Fridays, you know that I stream GT7 on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But on Friday, we do what is called GT7 Fridays, where where my good friend Ham over in the UK, he opens up open lobbies to the public, and we hop in there, and the public's welcome to join us for some races. And I think we've had some decent turnouts, and a few more of our friends are starting to get involved in these races. As far as friends on our PlayStation list. And so come on out Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, and join us for some open lobby racing. We primarily run Group 3 cars, but we kind of go through the gauntlet of all the tracks. So, or at the very least, we try to go with the tracks that's more popular, that's going to get people joining. All right, we got a little under 4 minutes before the next race. So can we get another podium finish? I will say tonight, I am incredibly surprised that nobody's racing dirty. Last week, the daily races that I participated in at Watkins Glen, every single race I was getting knocked off the track. And I mean, I was absolutely furious from one situation where a guy knocked me right into the pits, and it forced my car into the pit, so I lost time from going into the pits. And then when I came out of the pits, I got hit with a 3-second penalty, because when he hit me, he knocked me across the pit line. And so, I mean, I lost a tremendous amount of time from that. And the worst part about it is that I think the guy that bumped me was in like 13th place. And so he bumped me just so he wouldn't have to go down to 14th place. So, I mean, just incredibly dirty racing that I experienced for no reason at all. Cars that I like to use on this track, well, you guys see that I prefer the NSX. I use the NSX for smaller tracks with a lot of curves, because I think the NSX is a well-rounded car, at least in the Group 3 categories. Out of the cars that I've tried, I'm sure there's other well-rounded cars in the Group 3 category, but for the smaller tracks, I like the NSX. Tracks, the medium-sized tracks, I like to go with the Corvette, just because I just find it a little bit interesting to drive. And I've driven one in real life, so I think it's actually a little bit fun to drive. But for the long tracks, I haven't really. I guess I just rely on the Corvette having enough straight line speed to keep up with everybody else, and then just rely on being able to take nice tight lines through the corners and get good exits. All right, we got a minute 20 seconds left. Let's get going. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. right, 20 seconds. I do, you know, the update that they did, changing the physics. The soft tires don't have as much grip as they once did, so the game doesn't feel as arcadey as it has in the past. But it's hard for me to trust that the physics will stay this way, because I feel like if Polyphony Digital feels like people might drop off of this game because of the physics, they'll change it back to an arcadey type physics, because they need to keep the casuals in this game, so they'll buy the microtransactions. But I guess for the moment, you know, just go ahead and enjoy the physics the way they are. So 123.6 is the fastest qualifying lap. And I qualified 6th. If he keeps going like that, we might be able to get him, because he's all over the place. He might not like that bump. He might try to pay me back.
Gory Glory 0209 said, "How you doing, my man?"
I'm doing pretty good. Gory, how about you? And they're going to hit me with a penalty for smacking that damn wall. That just killed my race right there, going into the dirt. And with this only being a 5-lap race, and I took some damage in the, well, it looks like it's gone now. I think this game does give you temporary damage. My bumper was lighting up red for a second. that's going to be a penalty right there.
Gory Glory 0209 said, I am doing good.
Good to hear.
VR has spoiled me, played AM2 like crazy.
You know, Automobilista 2 is arguably the best looking racing game in VR in terms of its clarity. It is also one of the best optimized racing games in VR. It'll run on just about any computer now. Don't get me wrong, it is a demanding game, but I've played Automobilista 2 on a 2070 and it ran like butter. So one of the things I was thinking about doing was making a video and give my opinion why I think ACC could run on PSVR 2. A while back, one of the developers at Kunos, his name is Aristolis, maybe once every couple of months he'll hold a community stream where he'll let people like join him, and he'll have them do a couple of laps, and then he'll like give them tips on how to get faster. Oh my god. So I super chatted him and I asked him, I said, will ACC get some VR support on PS5? And his response was that there's too many resources, the console's not strong enough. And originally I refused to accept that, but then as I started taking a closer look at all the games that I race in VR, then I'm like, okay, now I believe him. I don't think it can be done. But now I'm starting to revisit that again, because I think if they would have taken the same route that Riza and the developers of Project Cars, if they would have taken that same route, I think that ACC could run on PSVR 2. I can't say for how good it would look, but I think it could be done. That Halrex just got hit with a half-second penalty, so I might actually move up a position because of what happened with him. Oh, he got a 1-second penalty. That might move me up into 11th place. God, I was trying to push it. Nope, 12 stuck. I was trying to push it, and I made the car go wide into the dirt. And when I went into the dirt, I should have let off the throttle, but I kept my foot to the floor, and the car kicked out from me. And so yeah, that sent me into the wall. So a disastrous race that was unnecessary. That was some really stupid stuff on my part. So I'm gonna do one more, and then I'm gonna call it at least with this, I'm gonna call it a night.
Sim Racing said, "Nice passing on that turn."
Hey, thank you. Let's see here. So once again, I don't really see any point in trying to qualify because I really, at least tonight, I don't feel like I'm going to be much faster than that 124.4. So I'm just going to let that stand for my qualifying. And from what I've been seeing tonight, that 124.4 is good enough for me to qualify in the middle of the pack. So I'm just going to leave that there, let it stand. And next race, I'll just have to know next time the car goes into the grass is to let up off the throttle. But I was so worried about losing the pack because there was like the Nissan GT3R, or the that car can be considered OP, and man, the car showed, because a couple of times that guy like shot past me on that short straight. So yeah, that Nissan ain't no joke. It's always been for Gran Turismo, like for GT7 and Gran Turismo Sport, the Nissan has always been a beast, and it's always been a car that a lot of people preferred. Whereas on ACC, the Nissan, GTR is just another car. A lot of people prefer the Honda, the Porsche, Ferraris, some occasional Aston Martins, some occasional AMGs, but I'd probably say the M4 is probably the car that a lot of people take. But it's going to be interesting on ACC to see what happens when these new cars come, because I think we're getting the 992 RS, the GT3R, I think it's the RS GT3, however they pronounce it, the Ferrari 296, and I think we're getting a Ferrari, a Lamborghini EVO. And I think we might be getting a couple of GT2 cars. I'm not sure. So that's April 19th. So I'm really looking forward to that update. Once again, I'm going to grab a quick drink.
Gory Glory 0209 said, "Klay, have you tried Refactor 2? Wanted your feedback on it."
I tried R Factor 2. See, the thing about it is, I can only race in VR. If you follow my channel for a while, you know that I was very limited on how much I played this game, as well as ACC on PS5, because they did not have VR support. So when it comes to R Factor 2, I bought the game and I only took a look at it because I wanted to see how the VR was implemented, because most sim racing games today have VR support, but the way they implement it is another story, because some VR implementation with these sim racing games is a headache. Some of it's really simple.
Gory Glory 0209 said, Yes, same. When I
So
play GT7 yesterday, I could not do a single lap after being on VR on a M.2 for 3 days.
it's an adjustment period, and each of these games have different physics. So I guess I made a short story long. I guess to put it bluntly, with R Factor 2 is that I took a look at the game for a split second. Um, I think the implementation of the VR is terrible. I think the navigating through the menus and how to set up a race and shit like that, I couldn't quite understand it. So when I finally got on the track, it was just like a headache to try to navigate through things, especially with this Reverb G2, which the Windows mixed reality menu is not the
GoryGlory0209
best.
said, I see what you mean. I
So
want it for VR also.
the VR is there, but it depends on what headset you use, because I think if you use like the Quest 2, you could probably navigate a little bit better. But with this Reverb G2, you know, when you hit the menu, it brings up a Windows mixed reality menu, which I just don't think is very good. But I use this headset because with it being a native 4K headset, when I play ACC in the other games that I play on PC, I have the resolution upscaled to 1300p, 3100p, and the picture is unmatched. It's so clear. It's just unbelievably clear. Um, so I guess that because I had a hard time navigating through R Factor 2, I had a hard time trying to figure out the VR and all that kind of shit. The game just turned me off after 5 minutes. I did a couple of laps and just wasn't interested in playing it anymore, and I haven't gone back to it. And then we had the situation with the
GoryGlory0209 said, WMR is pain, yes.
yeah, the Windows mixed reality can be a headache. But at least with ACC, I've got it figured out to how I want to navigate through it. I got it figured out with Automobilista too, but using it with R Factor 2 that one time, it was really a headache. I have not tried this headset yet with iRacing, but iRacing is not a demanding game at all. I mean, those graphics are old, and the game is not very demanding, so iRacing will look good on any headset. So it's, you know, but because ACC is poorly optimized, the better you want the game to look, the more powerful your PC has to be. So between this headset and how powerful my PC is, I finally got ACC to look the way I want it to look in VR. And I mean, it's just incredibly clear in VR. So I keep coming back to that, but that's just it. You know, R Factor 2, I just, you know, it was just a headache to navigate through in VR. It was just a total headache. And then I think the other thing is that my wheelbase is the Podium DD1, you know, the Fanatec Podium DD1. And some of these older games don't recognize the DD1. Like ACC might be the best sim for recognizing Fanatec gear. It recognizes the headset as soon as the wheelbase, as soon as you plug it in there. In the case of like Automobilista 2, I had to input it as if I'm using a Clubsport version 2, because it doesn't have, you know, it doesn't recognize the wheelbase as a DD1. It will recognize the DD1 formula bundle that's made for the PlayStation. It'll recognize that, but it won't recognize this DD1, which is weird. And it was the same shit with R Factor 2. It didn't recognize my Podium DD1, so I had to put it in as if it was like a Club Sport or CSL Elite or something like that. So it was just a total headache trying to navigate through that game, and it just turned me off. You couple that with how old the game looked, and then the other factor is that when they had the 24 hours of Le Mans, where I think Max Verstappen got pissed off and got disconnected from the game.
Gory Glory 0209 said, "Yeah, ACC on Unreal Engine is I can't understand it. My Thrustmaster works with ACC with all controls, but I have to use a mouse or gaze control on older games like AMS2 and Project Cars."
So yeah, Automobilista 2 does not recognize my DD1. So like I said, I have to treat it as if it's like a Clubsport version 2, and then I had to manually calibrate the pedals and stuff like that. Whereas ACC, it recognizes it, and then you just from there, all you do is just set it to your custom settings to your liking. But that has given me an idea. Well, I had already said it about believing that ACC could run on PS5, but I think they would have to do some things. I think they would have to do some things they're probably not willing to do. So I qualified 8th. This AMG keeps trying to dive underneath me. So, looks like I'm going to have to try to pick up the pace so I can get away from this dude. Catch up to the rest of the pack anyway.
GoryGlory0209 said, "Today doing late stream, sir?"
Yeah, last night I didn't sleep very well, so I woke up with both my neck and my back hurting, and it was hurting all day at work. So originally I did not plan to stream, but I came home and I took a very long nap, and when I woke up I was feeling better, so I decided to go ahead and stream. That was not a good turn right there. I had to defend my position. He was making a move. Uh-oh, I got him! Ah! I took fourth because he hit the wall! Nice! I will take that. How the hell do you hit the wall right before the finish line? Well, I think this was a decent night of racing. Nobody raced dirty. And I think each race, I finished up in the top 10. Except for that one race where I finished like 11th or something. After I spun out and hit the wall. That was a bad race. But the rest of them, I think I finished in the top 10. I think to be specific, I finished 8th or better in each race. With my best finish coming, I got 3rd place. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there on a high note. Let's go into my garage and claim a ticket. $10,000 credits. Ay, ay, ay. I think I might want to do a quick 2-lap arcade race just for the hell of it. What do we got for the Americas? I do like Watkins Glen, but I just came off of that last week. I could either go to Spa or go to Monza. Look at that Corvette. Yeah, didn't have enough laps to walk him down. Pretty good, pretty good replay angles. Watch this for a split second. I also think I was being a little bit conservative the first lap too. Well, folks, I think I'm going to hang it up right there. See if I can get a little bit of practice in on ACC before I call it a night. Remember to tune in tomorrow around 4 p.m. Eastern Time, maybe even 3 p.m. Eastern Time, as I do the Low Field Motorsports daily races over on Twitch. Links to my Twitch channel are in the description, so give me a follow over there, and hopefully we'll see you there tomorrow for Low Fuel Motorsports, and we are at Masano this week for the daily races. So with that, that's gonna do it for me. Thanks for watching, everybody. Really appreciate it. We'll see you on the next one. Until then, you all know the line. Wakanda forever. Long live the king, and deuces. See you, everybody. Have a good night.